Welcome back, guys, to another SAO Rise and Steel video, and today we'll be talking about Rise and Steel in general. Now, I do believe Rise and Steel has reached up a point where I can definitely say that Rise and Steel has effectively become a duplicate of Memory Defrag. Now, hear me out before you start complaining or start pointing out stuff that it's different. I do realize that they do have some different stuff, for example, the gameplay and the way the things function, but in the core of it, Rise and Steel has partially become Memory Defrag. Now, essentially, if you guys do go into the event, on the latest event, for example, the Girl Amongst Wind Disguise, essentially, you are able to unlock stages or further story by essentially grinding ranking quest. Essentially, some ranking events are unlocked through just going through them, but this time they're starting to do the ranking quest. Now, essentially, if you do want to grind stuff from the shop is not available anymore, so the new way of getting stuff from the shop is essentially like a pass, but by the more you collect, the more rewards you get. This is essentially the same thing that Memory Defrag has, is the more you grind the event, the more you get, but essentially this is an auto mode. The season pass is something that is very nice, very different, but essentially they have done the same thing in Memory Defrag, where they essentially have if you get the season pass per se, you are able to get the free units, the free ranking event units that you get. So in Memory Defrag, you will get a specific scout that you would be using those tickets to get the character, that specific ranking event character. But in this time we have the premium pass, where we get two previous ranking event characters, which it is kind of bad because we worked so hard before to get these ranking event units, and now we're just getting them for free on the premium pass on the roll, which is pretty bad in my opinion. On other news, I also want to let you guys know that power creep is essentially a thing now on SAO Rise and Steel. Just like on Memory Defrag, when a new ranking event comes, you have to pull for the latest unit, for the latest ranking event units to do well on it. And by doing well, of course, you would be able to get the, let's say we go to the rank event rewards, you will be able to get essentially titles. Titles is a thing on Memory Defrag that has been in a long time, and now it has transitioned onto Rising Steel, where high score ranking event, you will be able to get the title from the specific ranking event, as well as specific crystals, specific character crystals, and diamond cubes, which is not enough anymore, because they have essentially kind of, you know, doing stuff just like Memory Defrag. On other news, I also would like to let you guys know that from now on, post anniversary, ranking event reward characters can only be max limit broken with the crystals you get from the event. So essentially, you need the specific crystals. So for example, let's say the latest character Tisa, you cannot use, let's say, specific elemental characters, or you cannot use the rainbow crystals. You need to use the specific character crystals, like the ones that you get from it. So the Shall We Dance Tisa Evolution Crystal, so the name of the character and the Tisa Evolution Crystal one. That's another aspect that I want to talk about. Another aspect that I want to talk about is the login bonus. Login bonus has changed in Rising Steel. So let's say we got cubes for most of the week in the game. Now we went from cubes and bread, and now essentially we get a mixture of coins, we get a mixture of multiplier, we get a mixture of event, we get a mixture of recovery tickets, and some diamond cubes. Partially same thing as Memory Defrag. I'm gonna be saying that a lot though. Cathedral is essentially dead, and we no longer are getting modes of it, which is really tough to see. I'm forever gonna be having 5, and forever we'll be having 5 tickets for the swords, which is very bad in my opinion. They should really do it. They should really fix that, because Cathedral was essentially a very fun part of the game. It's kind of like Tower, but essentially it's not renewable. At least renew it. At least restart one, which will be quite good to see. Ordinal, it used to be like a very big foundation of cubes, but essentially they reduced it from, like, let's say 500 to 450, and now it's 350, which is which is not that good. And lastly but not all, well, I would say recycled units. Recycled units is a thing now, where essentially the power creep units are starting to use the same skin as other units in the game, which is something that's not really good. And above all, when the new rarity of the game comes, that's going to be a very big frustration for the players that have been playing the game for a long time. And also something that they took from MD as well, which I'm starting to dislike, really, dislike a lot, is the story. Currently, we are on chapter like 22 of the events, and essentially they used to go par on par on event and story-wise, but now they dropped it. Essentially, they're leaving us on chapter 16 on story, and on event-wise, they're going on chapter 22, going into Moon Cradle now, which, in a way, we're missing like 6 chapters of story that could be given to us as free cubes, which is crazy. The amount of free cubes that they've taken out of this game is essentially gigantic or enormous, and the way they are making us spend even more free cubes with the season pass, which is a monthly thing, is even worse. And unlocking season levels, it's 25 cubes per level, and if you just want to go more into it, bro, it's just what you get back from what you put in is not, I don't think it's worth enough. But without further ado, guys, I do want to point out that, you know, we've got backgrounds, we've got the at least season pass, which gives back to the players in specific rewards and cost. I don't really care about the console customization. It's not that big of a deal for me. And essentially, if we just do that, boom, I deleted the console, and I only care about the background that I have, which is epic. Besides that, this game, I would say this game really needs a fix-up. It is far from what it was at the beginning, and I guess it deteriorated in terms of the free-to-play ways of getting cubes. Right now, it's a very big scarcity, so you guys need to choose very well specifically what type of banners you want to summon on. But without further ado, guys, if you guys did enjoy this video, please drop a like. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about the changes they've done to the game. But essentially, at the core of it, they have implemented memory defrag mechanisms into the game. If you guys did enjoy this video, please drop a like, subscribe for more SAO Rise content, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.